Yeah, might as well, right? Let me make sure everything connected here, and we should be good to go. Sorry about your overly zoomed neon space thing. I had to just run something. I was running.
Yeah, Max kept. I just don't have like the
overly. All good. All good.
It's not too bad. I mean, Max was gonna give me like a cleaner one, but I think he forgot.
No, it's all good, man. No worries. No worries.
We got sucked into Mario Party instead.
We have our priorities straight, clearly.
All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of OnChain and UnCut. I got the boys here. Well, half the boys here from Neon Space. Guys, welcome, and this is going to be a blast of a show. Sorry for being a little bit late. Grandpa was over here cutting windows on OBS, to be in this.
We have a reputation being casually late.
Yeah, I also showed up, I think, at the exact time we're supposed to be starting, so I was late.
It's all good. It's all good. Guys, YouTube chat is live, and we should have all the links we're going to go over tonight in the video description, so that will be forever, not on the blockchain, but in the YouTube verse. So feel free to click all those links, and it'll take you to everything we're talking through tonight. Guys, welcome. Long time. The last time I spoke with you guys, I'm trying to be in as many chats as I can, but I'm just so glued to this thing. But yeah, I think the last time we all hung out was on you guys' stream.
Yeah, that was a while back.
Was that poker night?
Ago, or?
We were on poker night at one point.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, without further ado, what have you guys been up to? We're gonna walk through the collection and the website, and you guys are doing a charity thing, as are we. So a lot of exciting things to talk about. But what's new in y'all's world? What's the latest, greatest? I saw y'all were just on with NFT Insider with Hydro, and their last stream y'all were doing.
Yeah, we do interviews on Thursdays. Thursdays are like our interview show day.
Okay.
We stream 6 days a week, but like the other days we have soundboards and a bunch of nonsense. We try to keep Thursday to a more concise, like informational day, kind of like what you're saying for your show.
Yeah, absolutely.
As far for our collection, the newest thing we've been working on is we just worked with the Kate team to make a fungible token. So there now is Neon, that's the ticker NEON on Alcor. You can get the Neon Blend token as a fungible token, which I think is cool.
Beautiful.
And it already has a use case too. Like, we didn't make the token first. Like, we've been doing blends with the blend token, and blends are a big part of our collection. You can take two commons and turn the two commons into a blend token, and then use the blend token to buy an uncommon, so you actually get rare artwork. But now you can also use that blend token to turn it into the FT as well, which, I mean, it kind of started as like a vanity thing, to be honest. We're just like, it'd be cool to have a token. Like, there's not really like a total use case. The use case is on the NFT side.
Sure.
But now the use case on the FT side is, if the NFTs are cheaper than the FT, you can arbitrage. You can just go buy, like, if 2 DIMS is cheaper than than Neon and Alcor, you can buy 2 DIMS, turn it into the blend token, send it over to Alcor, and get the wax back, which I actually made a YouTube video you can watch. Like, I made 1.5 wax in a minute just trading back and forth from the blend token to the. So that's like the actual use case of the FT.
Okay.
But we're also trying to work on like liquidity pool rewards and stuff. We haven't quite figured that out yet, but it's exciting. But that's kind of the newest thing.
Yeah, it gives us the next kind of jumping off point for just tools and things we can do to kind of just add layers on top of like what our NFTs do. I mean, utility is the name of the game all the time.
Yeah.
Particularly as a collectible brand, So we just partnered with Wax Arena, so Neon Space NFTs, at least the Genesis and the Metaforce Avenue.
Congratulations. Is that live? Or is that live like in the next 24 hours?
What's up?
Is it live, the Wax Arena?
The PowerPoints are live now. Like,
okay.
If you have our stuff and you log into Wax Arena, you will receive PowerPoints, which can earn you passive AXP, or you can put them in your character to play the game actively. But just a warning, like our future drops, Ashiki changed the way partner drops work. You can no longer just print rigs. So like our earlier collection is grandfathered in with PP, but the new stuff we have will not have PP. So, just like buy at your own risk, do your own research. We're not advertising that we're selling rigs, but our early stuff are rigs, but like not everything will be. So you'll have to do research and don't just like buy into stuff because you're hoping to get PowerPoints.
Yeah, but we just locked in that we're going to be a partner dungeon with them. So Wax Arena is releasing dungeons, their own dungeons first, which I think should be in the next couple days.
And then by tomorrow, I think is the
okay. And then within, I guess this is kind of out of our control, but in the not so distant future, they're doing partner dungeons, which will be the new way that you can get NFTs from different collections that generate PowerPoints. So we just locked in a partnership with that. So that'll be kind of fun.
Congratulations.
They'll drop as prizes. So like when you're fighting right now, it drops Wax Arena prizes. You can get like PowerPoints or upgrade cards as an NFT rewards for training. But if you go into our dungeon, it'll drop the same rewards, but also our NFTs will make NFTs for their game that only drop in the dungeon that give you PowerPoints. So in the future, the way you get PowerPoints from our collection is you have to play Wax Arena to grind out the cards, but that will be an option. Is not currently, but that's sort of the direction that's going.
Yeah, well, it's exciting to see you guys over on Alcor. You know, I had some talks with Dimitri and all those guys getting my logo put on my token over there. So it's a good bunch. Like Micah over at Kate and all those guys, they're really easy to work with. And I saw on you guys' thing with NFT Insider talking about getting in touch with AH and stuff. That's just not the case over there. So I'm happy to be a partner as well, not with Wax Arena, but the guys over at Alcor and doing good things over there. So why don't we take it back just a little bit? You know, this show with Neon Space, why don't we take it back to the beginning, like we don't know each other? What got you into the NFT space in general, and where did the idea of Neon Space come from?
Well, originally we were all investing in cryptocurrency together. Max and I, who live together, Max, Paul, and I, who are the art team, we all live in Los Angeles, and we work as freelance artists in the film industry.
Okay.
And the film industry pretty much just went away entirely. It became illegal to shoot film in Los Angeles during the pandemic. Like literally, if you had a set, it was illegal. So like you could not work. And we decided to spend our time investing in cryptocurrency during the day because it was kind of on a bull run. So it was like, okay, let's throw our money into this, and then like that will be able to pay rent while we wait until we get our jobs back.
Yeah.
But while doing that, we had a Discord for cryptocurrency investing during the day, and then we had a Discord for gaming at night. And we'd go like talk about crypto during the day, and then we'd all get on Discord in the voice chat and play video games at night. And then I found Crypto Monkeys and Alien Worlds, and then it kind of just blended like, oh crap, we can do crypto and gaming at the same time. And then it just kind of like super fell down the rabbit hole where we got super invested in the gaming and the collecting side. And then because we are professional freelance artists, we're like, oh, like we love crypto and investing in it. But before, like, I'm not going to make my own token because there's no reason to. Like there's no function, no utility. But if you can attach artwork to an NFT, artwork is actually what we do professionally. So that makes sense to us that we could actually enter the space. Like, yeah, the opportunity seems like it actually made sense for us. Like,
yeah,
it
was like a fit it was a fit for y'all because I know y'all are big gamers, but y'all played earlier on the games that had utility mining. I remember you giving the example months back of the game that you could go on, play the game and gamble. There was some game that you guys used to play back in the day where the guy would sit at home and gamble on the game all day. So this is kind of a good mesh and a happy marriage between what your guys' background, especially being artists, gamers, and now it's coming full circle with the utility, tokenomics, and now NFT games are about to just blow the hell up. So yeah, this is a real cool scenario for you guys.
I guess also I should mention we are all friends in high school. Like we all grew up together in Washington. I was like the best man at Max and Paul's wedding. They're married, the art team. Mark was also at that wedding. Like we're all very close to it, and we've been friends for years. And our friendship will kind of like, I think, overshadows our company and like all that. Like
yeah,
that's like basically an excuse for us to get together and hang out and work. Like
it's awesome. It's awesome, and it's what this space provides, man. You know, it doesn't give the little guys, i.e. the artists, a voice and a place to actually have exposure and make a living at what they're truly passionate about. But it's a way for us all to kind of like find who we like to work with, and we don't have to work with who we don't want to work with. You know, I've found a partnership with Pixel Labs that we're building our own brand, The Birds, and we've got a tool we're building for the blockchain together. And it's funny how it's always ever evolving and it's so organic. I think is the big takeaways from the NFT space. Mark, what's your role over at Neon Space? What is like your day-to-day look like?
Yeah, I have like a background in technical writing before I got into the restaurant world. So yeah, I write all the lore. I do some of the tech writing and write all the marketing materials and stuff. I help Lou with the streaming. And then, I actually on the side am like starting my own restaurant. So I'm about to open a restaurant. So all the kind of business development stuff,
Okay.
I've definitely navigated that through the restaurant side as far as how to make everything above board. Trying to run a retail brand that makes all its money in crypto and sells it all and receives all its money in crypto is on a crypto marketplace is pretty complex. And at least in the United States, the tax system doesn't really encapsulate that very well, or at least hasn't caught up to it. So I kind of do some of the behind the scenes to make sure everything we do is above board. So
Sure.
Because people are making a lot of money in the NFT space, but tax man's going to come soon enough.
Yeah, I don't know how taxes work. Mark registered our LLC. Mark is reaching out to lawyers to make sure we are not going to go to jail for the money we're making and not paying taxes correctly. And Mark very much helps with the business side of things. But then also, I don't think Mark gives himself enough credit for writing. He writes our flavor text and he writes a lot of the lore. And even though he does technical writing, I would say you're also a creative writer if you don't give yourself credit for that. And also, you're the co-host of our podcast show. Mark wears a lot of hats, but he helps out with anything that isn't the art stuff.
Yeah, it is kind of fun. I mean, all of us having known each other since, I don't know, 8th, 9th grade. I mean, Lewis used to walk to his house because his house was 10 minutes from mine. So, our ability to kind of just, all right, we have this idea, we have this thing that we want to do, and we can all just kind of, it's not super defined. It's we're all can just coalesce and work together and just find a way to get it all done just because our way of communicating is so well established.
Oh, I bet that, that ability to kind of know what the other's thinking within the, the realm of business and where you are creatively. There's a reason why you guys are where you're at. I mean, Mark and I were talking backstage, going from kind of beginning in the space to kind of making a name for yourself to being established, where y'all are now, an established brand. Talking to some of the heavy hitters, just for example, an hour ago, NFT Insider, which got bought out by Atomic Hub, is coming on you guys' show. I mean, that just shows where you guys are headed and where the groundwork you've already laid has paid off. So congratulations, A. And B, talking about streaming, let's talk about marbles and you guys being the pioneers.
We started this, I don't know, we started legitimately trying to, okay, we're going to be an NFT brand probably in May. We had our first pack sale in July, and we just sold out our second major pack sale here a few days ago, last week. And so like you said, we've kind of went from kind of a budding brand to, we're established now. We have a lot of friendships and relationships that we've developed in the space and doing collaborations with things like Metaforce. But Marbles was the way that we started. All right, we don't have anything to sell yet.
It was honestly
promos. I guess we'll just
to distribute promos because even back then, it was starting to get to the point where claim links were not a fair way to distribute things.
Right.
So I'd post them and people were like, hey man, the same guy claimed 3 in a row. He has faster internet than us, so he's getting all of them. We want to find a way to fairly distribute this stuff. Mm-hmm. And Metaforce did a spinning wheel where they just spin and there's names on it. I was like, oh, that's cool. It's kind of a fair way, gamified way to do it. But then I saw Marbles and I was like, oh, this is a way more fun way that's gamified.
Sure.
But we originally only started streaming to prove to people we weren't cheating. Because if I just say you won a marble race, how do you know that you won the marble race? How do you know that I'm not simulating 100 races until the person I want to win wins and then sending it to them? So we literally just started streaming to have people verify our giveaways were fair because we were distributing our promos, and then we dropped part of our collection is we dropped 20% of every sale to people holding our stuff. So we didn't want people to unfairly get all of our packs from the first drop. Right. So we're we need to fairly distribute it to people, and that's really the genesis of Marbles. And that turned into a lot more where we have seasonal rewards where if you watch our stream every day and join a bunch of races at the end of the season, you can get your place as the mint. So mint 25 there is the person who's 25th out of 100 in the season. The top 100 racers get trophies.
God, I'm like a grandpa. Y'all are up to season 5. I don't get to participate anymore.
We're actually up to season 7.
That's crazy.
Doing one a month is it's a lot.
We do one a month and we're on season 7. So you do the math who is first to Marbles.
It's really taking on a life of its own.
Get him, Lou. Lou was on fire when he came in backstage earlier. He's still on fire.
Yeah, because our community was like, "Hey, we really like this marble thing. Like, we thought about doing seasons." So we're like, "I guess we haven't thought about it, but we could." Like,
Yeah.
"Oh, have you thought about doing like trophies?" Like, wow,
That
sure.
was
that's
actually a
great.
community person who's like, I watch every single stream and I never win anything. Like, is there a way you can reward us just for watching? And I was like, yeah, like there is a way to measure that data literally in marbles. We should probably just start doing that. And that was a community suggestion, which a lot of our actual like best ideas I think have come partially from community suggestions. A lot of times I modify them, but like even the I am the KY was like, he's like, oh, you should start dropping. We're dropping A Ether for our races. And we have been forever because like we have an A Ether mine for the marble races that we donated like $300,000 or 300 A Ether a day, 300,000 Ether a day we have for marble races. But now we're just using that to buy our own token Neon, and we drop Neon to people. He's like, why would you drop people a token from another game when you have your own? So like, I was like, that's a good idea. I'm the KY, but instead of doing it in the marble races, we're probably now going to drop Neon to people providing liquidity to the Wax Neon pool on Alcor. So like, we're not probably going to do it in the marble races, but it's like, oh, that was a good idea for the Aether, but we should do it in a way that like, I think the community is like largely a part of like influencing my ideas, even if like it's not 100% their original idea. It's like I would say steal a lot from our community. I don't know if it's stealing; it's for them, but you know.
No,
Yeah, you should play one of those with the music, by the way. Lou, you know, is a professional audio engineer and musician, so like he makes music custom for each of these our highest level rarities. So it's pretty badass music.
Well, community to kind of dovetail off what Lou was saying, like community's everything. Without A, let's say without the art, we're not here, and B, without the community, we really don't have anything. So you know, there's only so much you could sell off looks, I guess, in the world of NFTs. And then the natural transgression to communities, which, you know, a lot of the Ethereum kids where I cut my teeth, like Bored Apes and Picasso Punks, etc., excelled at first, and it kind of made its transition over to the wax world earlier on, like back when I got in with you guys, like season 1 of Marbles, and like, you know, back in the day, and we say back in the day, you know, a month is a year, 3 months is 8 years, you know what I mean? So yeah, without the community, we don't have much. And
I mean, we got season 2 winner right here.
the champ.
Back in the ancient days of 6 months ago.
Yeah, right. Exactly. So why Neon? And to speak to Mark's point, Lou is a very talented musician on the back end. But why the Neon? Where did the Neon idea come from?
That's from Max and Paul. They're our art team, 3D and 2D art. They're married, and when they travel, like Paul's Mexican and Max is German, so they actually like internationally travel and visit family in different countries. Okay. But when they travel internationally, they have been taking pictures of neon signs for like 5-10 years. They have actual like printed photographs too, not just digital photographs. Like they actually print out neon signs. Have been interested in them for a long time.
Got it.
So that's just something they like the art style, and I don't even know how intentional it was, but it makes it so easy for us to collaborate with people. Yeah. So I don't know if like that was why they chose. I don't think it is why they chose it. I think it just happened to be like a happy accident. But like we can just take people's artwork and make it in the neon style, and it becomes a new artwork. And a lot of people are receptive to that and like collabing with us. So it's been pretty easy. My job is to help get the collabs and stuff. So like it's been easy for me to reach out to people like, hey, do you want a neon version of that? And like every single person's like, yeah. So
yeah,
they picked a good one, but like I don't know what originally attracted them to neon, but they are legitimately fans of neon signs and have been for years.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's dope, and I think it presents very well. It's very attention grabbing on Atomic Hub. Like if you were just scrolling, like if you were a newbie scrolling, and your barrier to entry at your price point for like some of the promos say, I think it's a cool look. I think it's something cool to have in your wallet, pin in your wallet, and yeah, man, I know I was attracted because of A, the artwork, and B, you guys, because I kind of got introduced into season 1 of Marbles is where I kind of came in with you guys, and yeah, I think it's a happy marriage, a happy accident, as Lou says. So I was there Saturday morning early, ripping packs with you guys on your first drop, and I was literally running out of wax, running to Alcor, selling Ether, transferring it back to my coins wallet, not my Wham wallet, to buy more packs and rip. I was chasing those rarities, boy, and that was a fun day. That's back in the heyday, man. You could sell literally anything You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
literally,
everyone's
it
printing
didn't.
our planet money. They're just
Yeah,
flipping it. No one cares.
exactly. So why don't we move on and talk about you, Lou? You already touched on this. I kind of had a little flow for us, but you kind of touched on the blend token, the Alcor, the wax pairing via Alcor, etc. Was there anything else you wanted to cover as far as this topic?
No, just the ingredients, I guess, are like, it's 2 dims of any schema.
Okay.
Which is a dim is common. Our rarity structure is dim, 1200 mints, which is common. Then there's lit, which is uncommon, which is 400 mints. Glow, which is like rare, 100 mints. And neon is 25 with the music. That would be like, I guess, an epic.
Okay.
And to get the blend token, you need either 2 of the dims, so 2 commons, or 1 of the promo as well. So people that got the promo, because the promo mint structure is 500 instead of 1200, it's like 2 times as rare. So we figure it's worth twice as much as the dims.
Right.
And we're actually going to open up the neon blend token to the lits as well, because we're looking at our aftermarket, and the dims are now more expensive than the lits. So it's like the thing with the 1200 mint structure is worth more than the thing with the 400 mint structure.
Yeah,
that doesn't really make sense. So we're going to try to balance it out by, we'll make it twice as value again, because the way it works is you trade 2 dims for a blend token, then a blend token for a lit. So it's kind of a 1-to-1 lit to blend token thing. And it doesn't do exactly what we're trying to do, which is like, the whole point of the blend token is like burn down our supply, burn 2 into 1. So a 1-to-1 doesn't do that. But it will, I think, help arbitrage the value between like the mint structure and stuff, which I think is important, because if people are getting less for the rarer stuff, that doesn't make sense value-wise for our collectors. So like, we notice these things and we adjust our systems to try to like make sure people are getting the right value. Like if you pulled a rare thing out of a pack, it should be worth less than the common thing. That doesn't make sense. So like,
and we really deliberately try to keep the price, like talking about entry level price point. I think, you know, as a collectible brand, I think it's important to us to try and keep things, because people like to collect, and it's hard to collect stuff when like any one thing costs like $20. So at least for the way we structure our pack sales, we want $1 in NFT to be the price point, and we try to aim to create a mint structure that continues to at least retain that value of $1 in NFT. Now the aftermarket does what it does, but we do our best to create a certain level of scarcity that these things have value and they have utility, and you can buy them for $1 a piece in any given pack at any given time.
We also we made the blend token because we only do like 5 unique artworks per pack, which is kind of on the lower side for collectibles, which means if you're opening like 3 5-card packs, by definition, there's no way you can't get duplicates. So like you're gonna get a bunch of duplicates. Also, our RNG is pretty brutal. It's like a 40% chance to get a common. So you're gonna get a shit ton of common duplicates.
Yeah.
Which is why we made the system that you can turn them into blend tokens, and then the blend tokens are redeemable for new artwork. That's like the part I guess we didn't talk about. Talk about the FT and stuff, but the actual use case for the blend token is we release new artwork that can only, like this rest in peace sign, can only be gotten through the blend token. You can't buy that with WAC. Well, you can on Atomica, but like that's the distribution for specific signs is the blend token. So we let you get rarer new artwork with duplicates of your old common artwork. Is the whole
So you can use your duplicates as currency rather than more wax.
Right. Well, it's very notable that you guys are keeping a watchful eye on the secondary. I do this constantly with not only the clowns, but with this token that, you know, we've got a lot of liquidity provided to it, so I don't want it going one way or the other. If I see a huge sell-off, like I'll make some adjustments. Thank goodness we've got a community that kind of realizes what they're doing when they do it, and we don't have a huge sell-off here because it went up 412%. So keeping an eye, I think that separates a lot of projects, not only having the utility, the community, you know, the art.
Well, and that comes from us being collectors.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
You see the brands who are their aftermarkets collapse. It's because they don't collect stuff and they don't like really care. They make their money up front and then they're just like, whatever.
Right.
If you look in my wallet, I own like 390 Neon Space NFTs, none of which were gifted to me, none of which were held back because I'm on the team. I bought every single one of those.
Yeah.
So I don't want my investment to fail because I'm also a collector of our brand. So I'm coming at it as a collector and a creator. So I'm looking out for my own investment too because I'm invested in this stuff. Yeah. Like I don't sell Neon Space stuff. I don't sell any of it. I only buy it. And I used a lot of it now to provide liquidity for people to have a functional arbitrage opportunity. Also for the liquidity pool rewards, Max and I are going to be disqualified because we own like 70% of the pool, and it's weird to just dump it right back to ourselves.
Same.
So I'll put that out there, but
same. Well, yeah, I just think it's huge. The way you guys are doing it, you're doing it right. You're not. You know,
I think you're doing it the exact same way too, and because you come from the same place, you collected NFTs before you made a brand, so like you understand what collectors want, and also you don't like, it sucks when you buy an NFT and then the creator doesn't value it and like releases 10 new projects or whatever, like doesn't put the value back into the project you invested in, and you're like, now I can't,
or whatever.
like we've been on that side of the buyer end a bunch of times. So like the last thing we want to do is lose people money. Like ideally, we really do want people to be able to make money on our collection while we make money on it, because I don't think it's going to work if only we make money. Like the whole point, the way you attract new collectors is by making your current collectors money, so they tell new people, hey, this collection actually gains value and doesn't lose it. And I think that's the most important part, like making sure your community is happy, because they'll attract new people to be in your community that way.
Absolutely, absolutely. So your latest, and congratulations on this, your latest collab with Metaphors. You guys are doing a charity?
Yeah, so for every pack sale, we do, so there's the dim, lit, glow, neon rarity structure. Then there's a supernova, which is a 1 of 1. So it shows the entirety of the street, every single sign.
This one's from Genesis.
This is from the Genesis Street one. It'll show the entirety of the sign, and then there's also music with this one as well, composed by Lewis.
This is also a GIF render. It looks way freaking better than the actual FD. Like, the artwork is very high quality. You can't get a MP4 onto a website, so you have to convert it. And
no, I'm very aware.
So it's like the cherry on top on every pack sale, and then we'll auction off this 1 of 1, and then donate the proceeds to charity, all of it. So the first one for Genesis Street, we did the Climate Emergency Fund, which is basically a charity for like climate change activism. And then this one, we went hyper local. Lou, Max, and Paul live in Los Angeles, so we went with the Southern California Food Bank. So it's just our way of kind of just building more quality and with our brand, and we'll choose, and this will be for every single pack sale. So
we also think there's kind of a bad like a lot of the general public who knows nothing about crypto kind of had like a lot of bad words about how crypto people are greedy and it's just a bunch of tech bros like gouging people for money. And like we want built into our project that every drop, no matter how much money we end up making, like we will always have the most valuable thing in our collection going to a different charity, or maybe the same charity. We might repeat charities, but like this is just built into our drop structure that 1 week after it sells out, like the rarest versions of the signs, you only can see the sign really. It zooms out a little bit, but this is, you get the whole street. Yeah. It's the rarest one. So it's like, it's pretty cool. My dad actually bought the first one.
Yeah, that's cool. I remember you saying that in Discord. That was
shout out Havalorian.
So we'll do set bonuses as well. So we have set bonuses built in. So like if you collect all 5 of the dims, then you get a dim level set bonus, and so on and so forth for each rarity. So if you own the Supernova, you're the only person who could theoretically own the complete set of that schema, which is kind of a fun idea as well.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
Our set bonuses will be in about a month too, because it's a month after the sellout. We do a snapshot for the set bonus, and that's if you have 5 of any rarity, you get a 6th card in that rarity, and you can only have 1 per rarity with a maximum of 4, 1 for each rarity. You can get 4 set bonuses.
Got it.
Yeah, and then the teaser for our next collab, next major pack sale is we're gonna do a collaboration with Ultra Rare. So that'll be our next major pack sale.
Right on.
And it's looking like around December 18th, I think is when it's gonna be. It's like about a little over a month and a week from now.
Well, guys, I obviously we watch each other and we're in each other's Discords and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But the amount of movement and progression from where I left you guys when I started building Agora to now, I mean, just congratulations on all the success. You guys are.
Same for you. I mean, I knew you as the person who just won our marble race, and then now you're running your own successful brand with your own community. So you've grown quite a lot too.
I appreciate it. Guys, thank you all for tuning in. I don't want to cut this short, but we're trying to keep these things on 30 minutes so people can actually watch them. And they kind of run long. People start to space out. Everybody, in the link below, or in the video description below, all the links to Neon Space provided. Please join their Discord. Twitch is where they hang out daily streaming.
6 days a week. We stream around 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Pacific time. We do giveaways in blockchain gaming.
Yeah, I'd say Discord and Twitch are probably the best ones.
Yeah, I suggest watching this one from today. This was real cool. They had Hydro on from NFT Insider, who is now an employee of Atomic Hub, which makes it kind of more of a collapsible brand to where it's not so out of touch. Give them a follow on Twitter, Telegram. I don't know how active you guys are over there. I hate it. And
I just post updates. Our community is Discord. Secondhand information goes to Telegram.
Exactly, bro. I hate Telegram. And please give the charity a look. As well as Agora's got a charity for St. Jude's Children's Hospital up running right now with Token Girls. So
nice. We love Token Girls.
Yeah. We're about halfway. I think we're over half sold out. So please give that a look. It's only 20 wax per piece, and 100% of the proceeds go to St. Jude's Children's Hospital research. So guys, thank you so much for coming on the stream. I know y'all are real busy. Y'all are back-to-back streaming and coming on. So I really appreciate it.
And thanks for having us.
It was fun, man. Thanks for having us. It's always fun to chop it up with you.
We'll have to have you on the next Creator Poker. I know we missed you on the last one, but
dude, please. I've done everything short of begging to be on there.
It's a pretty big haul. Like Ashiki pulled like 1,200 wax. Like Ashiki from Waxery, it's 100 wax buy-in and NFT.
Look, I got a little wax I got it jingling around in my pocket. I can come on. I'll be a player.
Yeah, Shiki was like, he's like, man, it's really late for me. Let's get this going because it's hard to corral 10 creators across all these different time zones, right? And then once we started to get going and he won, he's like, let's do it again.
Okay, so let's do another game. He's
right.
Like, oh, you need
all of a sudden, the coffee kicked in. Well, thanks again for everybody tuning in. Guys, if you want to hang out backstage for 2 minutes, please give them a like, a follow, and join that Discord. That Discord's got lots of cool stuff happening at all times. So see you guys on